What's up, guys? Ball cards in the attic. Today, we're going to be talking about collecting with a set budget when you go to a card show. So, watch how I stretch $100 at a card show. This is kind of how I would do things. Let's get into it. So, first thing, what is a budget? A budget is a plan for how to spend and save money. So, I need to create a budget for myself so that I can buy the cards I want at the show this weekend. I want to make sure I have enough money to spend, and also I might need to save some money left over for like lunch this week at school coming up or whatever. I can also leave the show with some cash left over. So you need to be financially responsible for like the money that you're putting out there. And I know this may sound ridiculous to some adults watching this, but the purpose of this video is mainly for kids, but adults might find some interesting tips as well. I want to educate kids so they can feel encouraged and confident at shows and ultimately just have a good time. So, kids, when you go to shows, you're going to see a lot going on. You're going to see really cool cards like this Kobe Bryant over here, and you're going to see crazy prices. You're going to see cards that you wish you had, but you're going to realize right away. And this is the same for me as well. This card is way out of my budget, way out of my league, but don't feel discouraged. Maybe it can just give you a little boost to, make more money one day or to hustle to make a little bit more money to get to that point. Will I ever own this Mickey Mantle that went for like millions of dollars? Who knows? Maybe not, but that's okay. I'm gonna still collect what I like in this hobby, and I'm not gonna be discouraged. Um, I can just appreciate sometimes the cards that are out there, and that's okay. You're gonna see a lot of vendors and dealers buying cards, so they buy cards at shows. Sometimes the dealers, like this guy, might not look too friendly, but just try to be yourself, be confident, don't be too scared. And another thing you're gonna see is a lot of cash. So, again, just don't feel discouraged. Whatever money you have, that is okay. You got to start somewhere and eventually grow and get older and you get a job. So don't feel like you're way behind because you can't buy a Kobe or you don't have a whole bunch of cash to take with you to a show. So $100. $100 could be two $50 bills. We could split it up and have a 50, two 20s and a 10, 10 tens. And if we really want to get ridiculous, 100 ones or 50 twos or a bunch of quarters. I don't know how many quarters that would be to make $100. But anyways, what you want to do is make your $100 bill into smaller bills. Some dealers struggle with change, and you're not going to want to buy a $5 card with a $100 bill. So there you are. You got your $100 bills. You're ready to go to the show to spend some money. And but it would be a good idea once again to try to break it up into smaller amounts. So, if you go to the show and you run into this handsome dealer right here, just say hi. Some dealers are very nice and will hook you up with some good deals. So here's the breakdown. Bigger cards are usually in the main case that you see right here, where they're all laid out. You can see everything. Um, Usually the price tags are right there on the cards. Sometimes they're underneath, so you can just ask the dealer, how much is that card? Um, could I take a look at it? And so I put the bigger dollar amounts over here near this case, and then put $10 over here for these boxes. These are the dollar boxes, or you could call it the value cards. You could still find some pretty good stuff in these boxes as well. So the value boxes equal great cards. There's nothing wrong with sitting down at the $1 to $10 boxes and digging through cool cards. Collecting is not about buying higher value cards just to impress others. You don't have to have all these cool cards. Don't feel like, you have to impress all your friends by spending a bunch of money. You can easily go through dollar boxes, $5 boxes, and find great stuff. It's about buying what you like and enjoy. So the total here from the most recent Dallas card show I went to, I was going through the value boxes. It was $63. But the actual total that was given at the end was 45. So sometimes the dealers will give you a good deal. They'll count up the cards and sometimes they won't even really look at them and they just say, how about 20 bucks? So you can really get some good deals and stretch your money in that way. Down here, these gold parallels, I got them for $1 a piece. That's Albert Pujols, Max Scherzer, Lindor, a Yankees card for $5, a diamond parallel. So there is definitely some good stuff out there for you to find. Dollar box cards. This is a personal story for me, but when I first started collecting in this hobby, I would just go through dollar boxes and I ended up finding these minis and I thought they were like really cool. These go for about $1 to $5 a piece. But the show in Houston that I was going to, I just picked up one here and there, and there's about 150 in the set. Eventually, it took time and it took me like going onto eBay to find the rest. But that's what collecting's all about. Being patient, finding something cool, and it's not that valuable, but to me, this is a cool set. And I eventually finished it and I felt good finishing it. So dollar box cards are also good. Be smart. Do some research. You never know what you will find in these boxes. This right here, if you were to just glance at these cards and you didn't know anything, you would just think, oh, it's just like a regular card. I paid for all three of these cards $9. And and I'll tell you, look, this Mookie Betts, well, that's what somebody's asking for on eBay, but I paid $3 for that Mookie Betts in a dollar box or whatever value box, and I knew that that was a short print. So my research and my studying, like I realized right away, this card is $3. No, this is like an $80 card. And I got on eBay and checked real quick. So looking through those value boxes, thinking like, oh, I only have $100, you can find some really good stuff. The Mookie Betts mini in the middle is a Brooklyn back, hand numbered out of 25. I got that card for like $4 or $5. Again, this is not a $4 or $5 card, but I recognized right away because I did my research. I know what I'm looking for and I know what I like. And then the Harper um is like a SSP from opening day. I hooked up a friend. That's a very expensive card now. At the time, I traded away for like $100 or so. Um, but if you are looking through those value boxes and you know what you're looking for because you've done the research, you can find some great stuff. So again, $3 to $80. I sold that Mookie. This one I still have, but I got it for $5 instead of like, let's say 30 to 40 bucks. And then this Harper got it for like $2, $1. And it's at least now like a $200 card. Crazy. All right, so let's get it going. $100. I want to break it up like this. This is personally how I would do it. $50 of that $100 is going to go towards one big card. $20 goes towards maybe one to two great cards, maybe three or more. And then the last $30 I have is just going to be all for dollar cards from the dollar boxes. So dollar box cards. This is what you can find. Now, is it graded? No. Are they stars? Yes. You can find plenty of great cards. And I'm specifically talking about MLB here because this is what I collect. But this goes for basketball, this goes for football, anything. You can find some great stuff for $1. Pick it here and there. 30 cards for $1 in this scenario. And you hand the dealer the 30 cards. He might tell you, oh, counting them, okay, 30. Okay, how about $10. He might give you a deal. So, even $20, 30 cards for $20, and they're all stars. You get to go home and enjoy all those cards. And that's a lot of fun. $20, one to two great cards, maybe three, maybe more, like I said. Look at this. All these cards over here that I got at the last show, under under $10. So two of those here, two of those here, here and there adds up to 20. You could take about four cards from over here and I can get those with $20. These right here, image variations of legends, Hall of Famers. I got those for $5 a piece. So I could get four of those with the $20. You just gotta look through and you can find great stuff. You can find great value. Satchel Paige, $10 at a show. These right here, these are the Topps 3D image. So it kind of looks like blurry and you move it. I got those for like $5 a piece. These right here, Mike Trout, one of the best in the game, Miguel Cabrera, future Hall of Famer, little patch relics, $10 a piece. There are great cards that you can break up your money and find. And then the one big card with $50. This Mookie Betts right here is an image variation, PSA 9, and it's graded. If you want it graded, that's cool. If not, it's okay. I got that card for $30. You can find great cards at the shows. I keep saying that over and over, but it's you know, even with just $100, there's so much you can find. Altuve, about a $50 card to $80 card, just depends. Arenado, stained glass, these are numbered to 25. This Altuve was numbered to 25. Aaron Judge, blue at a 150, that's about a $50 card. So there again, you can find great stuff. So let's review our shopping spree. We took the $100, we broke it up into 50 for one big card. So I got the Aaron Judge. $20. I'm gonna go ahead and take King Griffey, Lou Gehrig, Roger Clemens, and oh my gosh, Johnny Bench. I can't remember his name. So that's $20 for those four right there because those were five a piece. I'll leave out Mark McGwire. So that's $70. I got a few cards already. And then down here, look at this. 30 cards from the dollar box for $30. And again, Hall of Famers, parallels, great cards, Chrome, and you never know. There's the Mookie Betts SP. So I could spend $30 for the dollar box cards and end up taking home a really rare card. You just never know. Now, saving your money is also an option. If I go to the show, like, do not force yourself to spend all your money. If you have $20 left at the end of the show and you're like, man, let me just, what can I find to buy 20, to buy with $20? No, save your money. Go home with $20 and then add it to the $100 that you're going to have next time because you did your chores, because you had a good report card, and maybe you did the lawn. Add that 20 to the 100. So down here I put 20 plus 100 equals 120. I try to get AI to make a fake image of a $120 bill, and it couldn't do it. So, um, yeah, that that's okay to have money left over. It's a good thing. That's part of budgeting. Be patient and save it for the next show. Um, Again, just have fun. There is great stuff out there. Be patient. Don't compare yourself and your collection to other people based on what they got. Just have a good time. Um, Me personally, I just have a good time just being there with my dad and helping him find cards that he likes. And that's about it. If you have anything you'd like to add, leave it in the comments. And I hope this was a good video for some kids out there. Appreciate you watching. Thank you.